Kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to Avondale for some NZIHL action. We have the SkyCity Stampede taking on the home West Auckland Admirals. Game 2 of the series. Ian, what happened last night?
Well, Joel, Dr. J, if I can call you that, what excitement we had. It was a real tight contest. Came down to really right down to the last seconds of the game. 2-1 victory for the West Auckland Admirals. So the Stampede looking to turn things around here tonight as they are still top of the table team in this NZIHL contest. We don't know how things will shake up tonight, but different starting goaltender tonight in the Stampede net, so we'll see if that makes any difference. But Aston Brooks was outstanding. Can't fault him. One of the goals went directly off his own defender's shin pad or his pants into the net. And then a power play goal late in the third. That was it. That was the game.
Interesting. Some weird, wacky goals, some changes here tonight. But let's see what happened last night to get up to speed.
Max McCarg and Connor Harrison. Here we go, Josh. We are underway. Should never really come into the frame. Nevertheless, we carry on down here at Paradise, Avondale, Auckland, Aotearoa, New Zealand. We thank you for watching wherever you are in the world. As the clock, for some particular reason, still is ticking down, but we'll get that, should be around this 13-20 minute mark. Shot there, and that ricochets in. What a goal. It deflected off the defenseman on the Stampede as the Admiral player was falling, and that went right in the net as Aston was tracking the shot, looking, expecting where it was going to go. Here it is here on the replay. Going to face-off win. Takes it, shoots off the defenseman, and redirects it into his own goal. Out there for this 4-on-4, as some adjustments to the time have been taking place. Burns has it in, takes a nice wrist shot off the crossbar, and there's a great souvenir. And what a catch by the fan in the crowd. No hesitation, he's watching this game. That's Amston. 2-on-1 for the Stampede. Amston, shot pass, blocked by Dale Harrop's skate. Great defensive effort there by Dale to intercept that. That was a 2-on-1, very dangerous. Daigle the other way. Backhand shot, saved by Brooks with the glove. That's McLeish looking to hold the line. Keeps the puck in. Large amount of snow right up, building up in front of that blue line in that bench. As Sestroni lays the body. Has the puck. Sends it over to Hayward Jones. Up to Vesper. Vesper to Ellis. Ellis to Henderson. Henderson. Shot off the goalpost. Handcuffed Brooks a little bit. That got right through. Great shot by Henderson.
That took a weird bounce too, I think.
Yeah, it was really actually off of his glove and dipped down. So he got a piece of it, but something to do with that. But no, he's a good player, very tenacious. Always working hard and in the right spots. Admirals. Ellis takes a shot, deflected in front, shot, and it's in. Vesper with a goal. Roof Daddy, he goes. Setting up in that mid-slot section, and the puck gets to him. He buries Admirals. Setting it up well here. Going from the left side of the ice, across to the defenseman. Takes a shot, deflects off a skate from Regan's skate. It goes right to Vesper. They get an automatic berth into the finals. So everybody wants to be that top team. Second and third, they go into a playoff. They play 2 games of a semifinal to see who plays off in a best of 3 in the finals. We're back underway. Henry sends it to Sestroni off his stick. And Mitchell Freer goes back. And it's deflected in front as Admirals. Caleb Chamberlain really good on the forecheck there, Josh. Sends it in front to Scott Henry. Gets a shot on goal. Just kind of casually pushes over Tyon, the shorter man. Backhand here, save. Bit of a wobbling backhand shot there by Kemp, but Chaba. As the puck gets cleared down into the Stampede territory, Burns goes back, wrists it way down for an open Lockie Freer. As he comes in, takes a shot, saved by Chaba. So McLeish is in the box, 2 minutes for boarding. A Stampeder on that power play. Amston takes a hard shot. That's saved away well by Chaba with some traffic in front. Players battling for position. Burns gives it to Harrison. Harrison now goes cross to Amston. Gloves it down to Burns. Shot, high shot, goes over the net. But they get the rebound and score. Lockie Freer, Johnny on the spot. No one knew where that puck went. Off the back glass, right to his stick and into the net. As you see here, Amston gives it to Burns. Burns takes a higher shot off the glass. Rebounds over the defenseman's stick. Unlucky there for Kennedy. And then Lockie just puts it right in the back of the net. Please, Michelle, next time if you're listening, take me with you. I want to go. I want to do the same thing. It'd be amazing.
Yeah, that sounds like an amazing opportunity. I'm so glad that stuff like this happening.
That's Taylor Kennedy. Cross ice. That's intercepted by Mitchell Freer. Looks to pass. Gets into the middle. Robbie here. Can't get a shot away. Another shot. Save. Another one. Robbie denied on the rebound chance as Kemp.
Yeah, that seems to be the Admirals' strategy. I think they may be finding it a bit hard to get past their two defenders.
It's being a great shot here by Amston. Gets his own rebound. Does a 1-on-2. Showing some. Henderson. Over to Ellis. Ellis back to Henderson. Henderson to Daigle. Hard snapshot. Brooks could see that all the way. Dictate the pace of play here because Stampede really need to get the puck back if they want to win this game. Oh, nice shot by Harrop as it was a skate save. McCog lining up for the face-off against Ellis. They win it. Henderson steals it away from Freer and they get down. Taking some more time away off that clock. Burns up to Amston. Amston, last-ditch effort as Kennedy steps in front of that shot. And Admirals take it 2-1. What a game.
Wow, what a game. All the way down to the wire. 1 goal differential in the end. Whoa.
Yeah. What do you say? Like it was a 2-1 scoreline all the way in the third. No goals scored. A lot of penalties, a lot of action, a lot of hitting, and it stayed 2-1. So could be another tight one here tonight, folks. Just stay tuned to see this live action.
Absolutely a goaltender battle last night. Some great saves on both sides. The glove was in action, but we're actually going to see a different goaltender tonight for the Stampede.
Yeah, we've got Joel Messenger in the pipes for the Stampede, so we'll see how he responds. And looks like we're still going to see Chubba. Kirskos Mangos back in the net for the Admirals. He looked pretty calm, pretty steady, pretty collected. He may not have been tested as much or as often as Aston, but there were some definitely high-quality scoring chances in last night's game.
So we'll see how the import Joel Hasselman does tonight for the Stampede. A fantastic goalie who has actually done really well in this league previously. So that'll be a nice little addition for the Stampede. A few other changes they've made as well, including on that top line.
Yeah, they've added in, they've kind of did a little bit of a swap around with one of their import players, Van Sickle. They brought him up. They put Skipper down onto that third line because they're only traveling with 3 lines. So they've really just mixed it around a little bit to see maybe the change in lineup formation might give them that little bit of extra push that they need if they are a little bit more top heavy on that first line. But the Admirals got a pretty balanced lineup, and we'll see how they respond tonight.
So what do the Stampede have to do tonight to change the result?
Great question, Joel. I think there's going to have to be a step up in their physicality, really lean on the Admirals again, go with their strengths. Their strengths are hard forecheck, physicality play, and quick transition. Catch the team from defensive zone, save, transition up quick, beat their D, break to the outside because they couldn't seem to get through the neutral zone. The active sticks, the Admirals very defensively minded, and they'll be looking to tighten it up here at the break.
Whoa, can't wait to see what happens. This crowd here also very excited. It is a rowdy, raucous, nearly sold out capacity. Surely that's going to try to help the Admirals out a bit as well.
Absolutely. Playing at home has always got its advantages, and we know how down in Queenstown it is just like that. It's electric, it's exciting. Excellent place to play, but here it can't be rivaled either. It's pretty darn good. Rusty Anchor Bottom, the mascots up
the
there.
rustiest Anchor Bottom out there,
me.
letting his presence be known. We have a Harrison in the house holding up signs. There are going to be some dedicated chants. I don't see an open seat in the building.
So that's what you want. You want to get people in the seats and watching this beautiful ice hockey game that is NZIHL. It's the best hockey that we've got to offer, and the top place team here. So we are going to get into it as puck drop is just a few moments away.
the two top teams in the NZIHL going after it tonight here in Avondale, West Auckland.
Aotearoa, New Zealand, we are excited. So this is going to be another great matchup. Points always very important for that determination as to who's going to be playing for the Burgle Cup. The first place team, they get that automatic berth into the finals, whereas place teams second and third, they have a 2-game playoff to see after those 2 games are played who will take on that first seeded team.
So right now, if the season did end today, very early days of course, but it would see West Auckland take on that scrappy Canterbury team. Of course, the two seed does get the home draw, so a lot to play for, and we are underway here in Avondale. It'll be Hayward Jones to collect the puck over towards Dag. Plenty of room for him, so he'll get the feet moving. And Dag across center ice. Tries to play that forward, and it's down into the offensive zone here for the Admirals. Played towards the side of the net there, tried to jam it in, and we get a whistle and a stoppage of play with just 20 seconds into this open period.
Ben, it's a really good start here, Joel. We noticed there is also a referee change. It looks like Mr. Haxel's got the orange bands for leading the stripes. We hope that the linesman last night, Mr. Dougie Thompson, is okay. He took a big spill. He got run into heavily in that third period. Took a nasty bump down to probably his tailbone or spine.
Oh dear. Hope he is feeling all right this morning. But here come the Admirals now. That is Fraser Ellis. Always one to throw his body around. And again, the Admirals go on the offensive attack. That's Cistroni to rush. But a bit of a change here allows the Stampede to get out of the zone. And here comes Chamberlain. Puck is knocked off his stick and then played down low to Callum Burns. Burns over to Freer. Nice breakout here, but that was just past the stick. And once again, the Admirals will throw it back in and chase. Cistroni centering feed. There's a shot that just missed.
Scott Henry looking to connect there on that one-timer.
Not going to get much better look than that. Unable to put it on net, though, and McCog will get that one out for the Stampede. And now McCog. He'll play it near side to Lockie Freer. Freer with a little bit of space. Puts one towards Chaba, but he steers that away. And it's Henry with it now. Henry will just play it all the way down, but that is going to be an ice as he did not cross that center line, and we're going to have a tired Admirals line out there with the face-off in their defensive zone.
Again, face-offs were crucial yesterday. As we saw off of face-off, quick shots can lead to quick goals. Callum Burns had a great shot the other night, went off the crossbar. Could have been a tied game again. But both teams starting very quickly on a hard forecheck. Another face-off win there by the Stampede.
It is a game of inches, and a few inches off the shin pad there. We're able to get it out of the zone for the Admirals. Now played up towards Arobi. That's past him. And it'll be a neutralized Rue group here for the Admirals. That's the veteran McLeish trying to find Rooney. And now it's played into the Admiral zone. McCog with a big hit there. And then kept in once again. Nice play by Kemp at the line to keep that in. And then a little bit of an offensive pressure here from the Stampede. There's a shot towards the net that's blocked nicely. Now Burns, he'll try to play it over towards Skipper. And Skipper will send it into the far corner. That's Kemp. Plays it down low. But that's through everyone. And Skipper wins the race to the puck. And it's played back down low again. There's Regan with it. Regan up towards Harrop. Harrop able to get it out of the zone. Tries to play it towards Hart, but Mitchell Freer steps up. And the Stampede will get a change. Regan takes a hit from 2 Stampede defenders. And Burns is able to recover the puck. Just pops off his stick, and here's a turnover. Regan with some space. He shoots in a pad save made by Hasselman.
Great read there by Regan, stepping up on the offensive zone. Good hockey IQ by that young man.
Great to see him back out there in an Admirals uniform.
Looking for his first NZIHL goal.
And now Connor Harrison has it. the longtime veteran for the Stampede. Centering feed there. Picked up by Ellis and taken out of the zone. Now Freer has it. He'll throw that one right down onto Chaba, but he'll hold on softly.
Bit of a routine save there as Freer looking to possibly make a change. So he elects to dump it in right at Chaba, getting an offensive zone faceoff. But again, both teams here starting real strong with that physicality, and Admirals looking really good in their defensive zone. Quick transition to out of the other zone. See if that continues.
Chaba has not been tested much. That shot right on was a bit of an outside one.
Solid hit there as Vesper goes to the ground.
Vesper with a fantastic goal last night, the game winner as it ended up being. So watch out for him tonight. He has got some good placement with that little wrister of his.
It was a great placed shot, that's for sure. Possibly hitting where the post and the crossbar meet. Unlucky deflection off a Stampede or a Admiral skate, went right to the slot to Vesper, and he buried. Get that GWG under his belt.
And now here's Hayward Jones. He'll retreat towards the back of the net. Try to go D to D. Instead it goes all the way up the wall to Scott Henry. And Henry's going to try to skate it himself. But that's knocked off his stick. But kept in the zone nicely by Sestroni. Now to Amston on the near side. Tries to go to center ice, but that's gloved out by Taylor Kennedy, who of course makes up half of the Kennedy-Kennedy connection there on the Admirals blue line, with his brother Mason, who has the puck. Now he'll throw one towards the net. Hits a defender. Chamberlain tried to take a hack at it. Nothing doing. And we're out the other way with McCog. And another great stick there by Taylor Kennedy stops him in his tracks. And the Stampede are forced to retreat. Some great stick placement so far from both teams. If you're going to get towards the net, you're going to have to work for it.
That's it. And a possible change in that strategy is getting to the outside, burn around those defensemen. Stop trying to get through them because it's clearly not working.
So a little soft forecheck 1-2-2 action here by the Stampede. Maybe a strategy they'll try with only 3 lines to work with, try to save some legs. And it works as a turnover at center ice. Kemp gets a shot, blocker saved by Chaba. And it'll be Regan who collects, and now he's got some speed in his own zone. And he'll play it up towards Rooney. Now a race for the puck. It actually goes off the referee's skate, and the Admirals are forced to try again. Getting a full change here are the Admirals. And so Freer will take it and dump it in. And it's played by the head behind the net towards Regan. He goes up to Tyone. Tries to get out, but Freer's there instead. He softly wrists one towards the net, but that misses everything. And finally chipped out. It'll be Van Sickle, the first man back. He'll play it on the near wall towards Harrison, who's chased by Tyone. Puck still loose. Van Sickle, nifty between the legs pass, but that was just in front of Harrison. And now Mitchell Freer, the assistant captain, looking straight towards the ice. That actually plays right to Chaba. Now it's loose. Van Sickle, backhander, but that's blocked nicely by Day. Great recovery by him.
Bit of a mistake there. The error putting the puck in the middle of the ice, not where Regan wanted to put it, but he didn't have any support coming back on the back check, so opportunity for the Stampede.
As Freer loses footing, a little slippery out there on the ice today, isn't it?
Hey, you don't say. Well, that's why they got those edges all sharpened up. Hopefully they can be on them and stand firm.
Yeah, firm indeed. A lot of firm bodies out there today. Some hits are flowing early, but no goals yet.
Again, getting that momentum and mass in action. Often, if you have that bigger mass and you're moving it a lot faster, you're going to overtake somebody that's a little bit smaller in stature.
A lot of mass, a lot of action, a lot of physics in effect here. A lot of force. As we just saw another hit on the end wall as Daigle collided into the glass. Now Henderson has it. He's being pestered by Roby. And a little jostling between those two, getting a little friendly with each other. And now played over to Hayward Jones. He was looking towards Vesper, but this might go all the way down for another icing as the forecheck from the Stampede are pushing the Admirals back a little bit on their heels.
Forcing them to make another icing and having those, again, you could say tired bodies, but it is only the first period, not even halfway through, having to go back down into their own zone. But I noticed the referee tonight just has a different feel already, a different style, letting the teams play a bit. Yesterday had a tight lid. The referee approach was nothing going. Everything was really kept under wraps. So that may change the outcome. We don't know, as referees can certainly influence how games get decided.
We'll see how this plays out. Definitely some action back and forth here, but not a lot of quality scoring opportunities other than that Scott Henry opportunity early from the slot where he had missed the net.
Yeah, missing the net. Not really going to have their best chance at scoring, but again, there's only 4 shots so far.
Ooh, centering feed there, forcing Hasselman to use the stick a bit.
And he's a large goaltender too, so he's got a lot of ground to cover going post to post. Now we have our first penalty of the game coming up.
This is going to be a trip on Taylor Kennedy as Jaden Skipper walked over his stick and was taken down. Kennedy will protest, but he's going to sit in the box for 2.
Could be 2 or less here, Joel, and that was definitely a little bit exaggerated, if you can use those words. But it is all in the judgment of the eyes of the referee, and in this particular case, there was a trip made.
Well, if you want to go by the rule book, contact was made with the lower half of Skipper. He did go down, so that is a penalty, and we'll see the first power play of the night here for the Stampede. So that's Burns who will run it up top. Play to the far side. That's Harrison looking backdoor, deflected, and what a save by Chaba.
Coming across with a great pad save.
That looks like it may have hit a defender even, and some great side-to-side movement kept that one out for the Admirals. Looks like he is sharp one-tested.
A necessary thing. Goalie's got to be in the game early, and looks like both of them are really dialed in, so could be another tight contest with very high save percentages for both goalies.
There's McCog looking backdoor towards Harrison. He had some room, but couldn't play it off his chest. And then a nice play by Regan looking for a feed to Ellis. Ellis does a little spin move, wanted to give it back to Regan, but a miscommunication there, and we have a whistle.
The play's been stopped, Joel. This we had a Stampede player down in the Admirals corner, took a nice hit from Justin Daigle, and then Daigle kind of finished him off while he was down on the ice. Gave him another little, just a little hello, how you doing?
A little love tap.
Yeah, maybe just a, check how he was feeling. Did you want to stay down there a little longer? And he gave him a little helping hand. And that nothing doing. He was just down on the ice, and the referee for player safety blew the play down.
So we'll get a face-off just outside of the Stampede zone, and they'll have a minute left on this power play to get something going. So it'll be Freer with the puck here on the second unit. Plays it towards Van Sickle, but he'll have to retreat after Vesper is in his face. And then played up the wall to no one in particular, and McLeish had to get rid of it. Otherwise, Carson Pratt was going to be in his face. And the Stampede, once again from their own zone, looking for
a big stretch pass.
Pass all the way down. Icing waved off here as Carson Pratt was behind the defenders, up towards Vesper, and he's able to clear it out.
But Admiral's doing a good job clearing the puck, killing a lot of time off that Stampede power play, which is 20 seconds remaining. Another rush here.
Great penalty killing by the Admirals, keeping the puck on the right half of the ice and away from danger.
Forcing the Stampede back. Doesn't look like they're getting out of their own zone cleaning, but they have a good chance here. No, it's, again, active stick.
And an delayed offsides here, so Kennedy will come out of the box, and we're back to 5-on-5 action.
So successful penalty kill for the Admirals, Joel, and we're back to even strength.
So here's Amston with the puck. He's knocked down. Puck is still underneath him right now. It pops out and over to Mason Kennedy. He finds Daigle. Daigle with a nice feed that was looking for Chamberlain, but that went under his stick. And then it's Amston who collects on the far side. Nice move to get around Hart, and he'll just try to take it into the zone himself. Centering feed goes off the shin pad of Kennedy, and Daigle with plenty of time will just sit behind his own net and let the breakout set up here for the Admirals.
As the action has been fast, a lot of big checks in that last 2 minutes of sequence of play. So players naturally looking to regroup here and get back to their game plan.
And on the far wall, that's Burns. He'll go to the near side. Up to True, and that's out now played up to Skipper. Skipper again goes cross ice, and McLeish is the first one there. Now the near side, that's Regan. Looking towards Harrop, but that was shin high pass, but it will go all the way down for an ice.
So I just want to mention the home crowd here at the Brig, certainly very vocal, helping steer the pirate ship. Their home side team getting to a 2-1 victory last night. So tonight, this big rivalry of the season will continue. It has definitely been a physical battle with another 3 points on offer.
And the puck paid by Regan. And again, this soft forecheck by the Stampede.
Kind of like a mini trap system, forcing them to come out of the behind the net.
And looks like Rooney had gotten behind the D, but Burns with a great recovery to intercept that pass. And the Admirals will have to start again from their own end. So that 1-2-2 is really forcing the defenseman to make a play. And so far, it has been effective.
It's been working, yeah. So naturally what will happen, the defenseman that's behind the net for the Admirals is looking up ice to see who's their wingers, if they're coming down and curling back up, if they're a passing option, or if they're literally standing still and making a pass. When a player's standing still, they're that much easier for an attacking forward in this 1-2-2 setup to attack, to drive that team back. So the puck possession, again, is key.
Puck possession, as you said it, is exactly the play here. And face-offs, again, tilting in favor of the Stampede as that puck flies over the glass into the netting for a whistle.
So again, that's what the Stampede are trying to force the Admirals to do in their own zone when the Admirals have puck possession. In order to get it back, they're pressuring who gets the puck next. Not necessarily the person with the puck now, it's the one getting the puck, and they're operating at a high speed. So we'll see how the Admirals respond here and how they're going to get through that 1-2-2 system.
Well, one of the options would just be to have the defenseman skate up the puck himself like Dag just did there. And that proves to be one effective method. But we have no icing here as that was deflected. Chaba will have to play the puck. He'll just leave it for Dag. And Dag with the puck again. He'll retreat and stop behind his own net to let his side set up. And he'll go
set play here.
Deep towards Vesper.
Both teams applying a very similar strategy on their breakouts as well, having a high flyer, looking to get him behind the defenseman.
And there's a shot right on, forcing Hasselman to make a skate save. Not sure Vesper got all of it he wanted on there, but still forcing Hasselman to stay aggressive.
There's a good one-time opportunity as well as Stampede just a little bit delayed in that coverage in the slot.
Now here's Ellis with a shot. Save right there by Hasselman. And he holds on for the rebound.
Good shot there. It's a good test of the goalkeeper is elected to shoot on that kind of a 2-on-2 break-in. Often players will, well, what coaches would say to their players, if it's a 2-on-2 situation, you want to kind of shoot far post low, hoping the goalie will give out a rebound to that player who's driving to that space.
Well, there was a slight rebound there, but Hasselman, the cool customer he has, had no trouble collecting it. And now the other way, we have Lockie Freer. Tried to play that one up towards Amston, but that was past everyone, so it'll go all the way down to the Admiral zone. And played up and out. Dangerous maneuver there by Hasselman, but he got the job done. And now Mason Kennedy looking for Cistrone. But instead it'll be Coyle to play it behind the net. Up towards Lockie Freer. His centering feed is intercepted. And Admirals again with it in their own zone. Up the wall to Lockie Freer. Tries the same centering feed, same result. Shot right on by Cistrone has intercepted that pass and put it right on.
Right there, right on, but kind of right in the breadbasket or in that logo area of the Stampede. What do you call that logo, Joel? Like it's Southern tar? Goat? No, it's definitely not a goat. It'd be something menacing and hopefully scary as. Stampede, you would think of the rushing of the Stampede. Someone will have to be able to clarify that for me.
We'll workshop that one a little bit.
Great jersey that it is.
And there's a shot that's deflected just wide of Chaba. And McLeish will have to play it behind the net. Otherwise, he was going to get a skipper shot. Played up the wall, but Burns is able to knock that out of the air. And then Steven will play it towards McLeish. Up the wall towards Chamberlain, ahead of him, and kept in at the line by the Stampede.
Doing really good forecheck here, the Stampede, quickly pressuring the puck carrier, and they've turned it over again.
And then Burns throws that on, and a nice play there by Chaba to deflect it high over the glass to get that whistle.
Possibly noticing that his players were under a lot of pressure there. They couldn't get the puck out of their own zone, so Chaba making a smart decision to deflect it up off the netting, getting a whistle, getting some of those lads a change, getting a new line out on the ice.
Yeah, getting some fresh legs as the fourth line was looking a little flustered. And so we're back in action. Here's Van Sickle with the puck. He's getting a bit of Ellis on his back. And then some more bodies as Vesper throws his shoulder into Freer. And then intercepted here by Ellis. Ellis, 2-on-2 action, trying to centering feed towards Henderson, but that's broke up nicely by Van Sickle. Now the near wall, it's Mitchell Freer. He just chips it softly up to center ice. Looking for Van Sickle, but Hayward Jones is there. And now Dagg has it. Dagg will play it down low to Hayward Jones with a little bit more time. And now Dagg again. Plenty of time here. Able to crack that soft forecheck, and the Admirals are into the zone. Now play to the far wall. That's Lockie Freer again. He'll actually change course. Take it up to the near side. Play that one all the way down. No icing as that went off the skate of Taylor Kennedy. So brother Mason will have to get it. Mason's taken down by Jack Roby. And Roby with the puck now. And Mason Kennedy returns the favor. And here come the Admirals. Chamberlain will take that into the zone. Still with possession of the puck. And then Freer puts a hip into him. And played up at the line. Not out though. As puck now is taken over by Amston. And then over to the near side. Finding McCog. And some good puck movement here by the Stampede. Freer throws one towards the net, but that's deflected by Kennedy. And a nice forecheck here by Roby to go collect the puck. He was trying to give it back to McCog, but McCog was looking the other direction. And the Admirals are able to get out of the zone. They're looking to try to get a change here, and will finally now get some fresh legs on that forward unit. So Taylor Kennedy with all day here. Play it to brother Mason. Now Mason up the wall towards Dale Harrop.
Oh, got a stick up.
A little bit of a fancy stick work. Got that one into the face of Carson Pratt. So we're going to have another power play opportunity here for the Stampede.
It looked like Dale was just trying to play the puck, but he had his stick lifted as he was getting kind of harassed on that back check by the Stampede. But in the process of trying to get his stick back down, he kind of had it lifted up, and it made contact directly in the face area of the Stampede player. And when you're getting your stick up in the face area like that, and it hits contact in the other player, referees are going to call that 9 times out of 10. Even if it is accidental, you got to be responsible with your stick. And we'll see how that fares for the Stampede.
So face-off one, but a great play by Henderson to fight through that tie-up by Harrison and send it all the way down. So McCog will take it into the zone here, but a nice play there by Regan to meet him at the line. And it's sent all the way down by Ellis.
Yeah, preventing the entry, like an easier entry from the Stampede. Stepping up at that blue line makes a big difference.
So McCog gets another chance at it, and he'll bring it into the zone. Up top to Burns, but that just bounces over his stick. A bit of unlucky there as they were set up pretty nicely. And now Harrison, he'll leave it for McCog. Now down low, centering feed there, but Daigle was able to get a stick on it. Otherwise, Callum Burns was hungry right in front.
Stampede almost having three players directly in line of Chaba's vision to try and get that screen when that shot comes through.
Now Harrison had a little feed there. There's a shot right on, forcing Chaba to make a blocker save. Comes right back to Freer. Starting to heat up a little bit here for the Stampede. One-timer attempt, but that goes off Scott Henry. And then played out of the zone by Freer on a D-to-D pass with a little too much pressure from the Admirals.
So Admirals penalty kill looking not too bad here in this first period. This is their second penalty that they've had to kill. as we get towards that last minute of the first period.
And Regan able to get that one up the wall, but not out. As Van Sickle tries to play it down low, instead sends it into the ceiling. And so we'll get a whistle and a face-off outside the zone.
Yeah, so when the player of the attacking team sends the puck over the defending team's glass, the face-off will go on the outside of the defender's zone, and that's where the face-off is at the moment.
So just 20 seconds remaining here, and few more seconds will be leaked off of this power play as the Admirals once again send it all the way down. So this will be Hurley for the Stampede. Tries to get around Taylor Kennedy. Instead, will go to the other side of the net. Still with possession, up towards Mitchell Freer. Now back to Hurley. He'll play it down low
even
towards
strength now as Harrop's out of the box.
Carson Pratt, centering feed, gets through. There's a shot and a goal! Mitchell Freer scores to make it 1-0 Stampede.
Hammer time, Joel. He just absolutely stepped into that one as Harrop was back on the ice. And that's that time when the game gets a little bit scrambly. Guys don't know who to cover. Their coverage is a bit lost. Who do I pick up? Where do I go? He went straight onto the ice, and then one of the Admirals tried to block the shot. He's down, and that shot went up top shelf right over the glove of Chaba.
So technically not a power play goal, even though the penalty had just expired, but definitely taking advantage of some confusion there on defensive zone mashups, and Freer made no mistake with that one.
Great shot, good placement, and Stampede will be very pleased with getting a 1-1 scoreline heading into that first period break.
1-0 scoreline with that advantage.
1-0 scoreline.
Scoring with 30 seconds remaining in the opening frame. And not having many other chances outside of that, as the Admirals getting a little too antsy here and come in offside with just 6 seconds remaining in the period.
Yeah, take that back. It's like, what game are you watching there, Ian? It's 1-0. I guess with some of the high-scoring NZIHL games in the past, you just presume that there's almost 80 shots a game, that there are going to be a lot of goals scored. But last night's game showed us things can be very tight.
So there you have it. One period is in the books. The Stampede get a late goal from Mitchell Freer on that clapper in the high slot, and they will take that 1-goal advantage into the dressing room.
Good game as we are seeing here tonight. So we've got another 2 periods of 20 minutes of play. And if that doesn't solve things, then you know there could be a bit of extra time, overtime. But 3 valuable points up for grabs for this NZIHL contest.
Still 40 minutes to go at the Brig here. Live NZIHL action between the West Auckland Admirals and the SkyCity Stampede. Stick around for more action coming soon. Welcome back here to Avondale, Auckland, between the West Auckland Admirals and the SkyCity Stampede. And what an open period we saw there, with the Stampede getting a goal late in that first, which is the difference so far.
Kia ora whanau. Yes, welcome back, everyone, to this live stream broadcast, and we thank you for your company. And yes, we are in for another exciting period of NZIHL hockey. Again, this is the top ice hockey players you're going to see in this country, featuring some of the best talent. Again, amazing to see and watch, so we thank you again for tuning in. I do want to give a special shout-out, actually, for the Papa Wanamaker. He's celebrating one of his birthdays. It's his birthday back in Canada right now, so if you are tuning in, happy birthday, Mr. Paul Wanamaker.
Well, happy birthday, Paul Wani, the elder Wani statesman, able to create this champ that I'm standing next to right here. So job well done, I'd say.
Thanks very much, and we hope you go well and stay safe and enjoy that Wanamaker barbecue that brings everybody over and free loads on the free beer.
Ooh. Also, special shout out tonight to some of our sponsors: New Zealand Pure Spring Water, Trade Hub, Dynasty Sport, and Sal's Pizza.
Yum. Gotta love a bit of Sal's every once in a while. We're underway.
Back in action here at the Brig. Admirals down a goal, looking to get something started. And we'll have the puck at center ice. Here's Hayward Jones with it. That's taken from him by Harrison. And puck still free. Looks like it was tied up in the skate for a moment and then pops loose. So Callum Burns will have it now. He'll go up the wall. Gets through everyone. Instead, played to Dag. Now Hayward Jones with some space. He'll try to chip it into the zone, but that's picked up by Freer. And now the other way, it's Harrison. Pass went right into his heels, though, so he's unable to control and just slap it into the zone.
As Van Sickle tries to make a line change, but dives right in the boards. Looked like he had a couple of blunt skates.
Now here's Ellis going back door, but a great play by Burns to get a stick on that. Otherwise, Henderson was wide open. And now Kennedy has it, puts it right on, and a save made by Hasselman. And he had to hold on to that one because Ellis was breathing right down his neck.
Yeah, good rebound control by Hasselman to close down the glove on top of that rebound, so there wasn't an active puck still loose. So we have a face-off down in the Stampede zone quite early on after just 1 minute and 1 second of play.
It'll be Chamberlain going up against McCog. Chamber wins it, and there's a nice block there by Roby, took one off the midsection. And puck played out to him. Up towards Freer, but Freer takes a big hit on Mason Kennedy, and Kennedy
goes down hard. He's favoring his shoulder.
Looks like he may have taken a stick or something towards the left elbow, and we hope he is all right.
So that puck went into the middle of the ice, just in front of the blue line in Admiral's zone area, and Mason Kennedy stepped up to make the play and move the puck forward, but Lockie noticed he was in the vicinity and kind of finished his hit, and sending Mason directly down to the ice. It looked to me like a bit of a shoulder, but he is favoring that one side, like his right side. Could be an elbow, could be a shoulder. Not sure if he's had shoulder issues in the past.
Not sure what exactly happened, but we hope he's all right. And he definitely seemed to notice it straight away after that
As soon as he went down after contact, he was instantly favoring and wincing in pain. So, again, we do hope he's okay and not severely injured. But the medical staff is attending to him as we speak, and Admirals players are kind of looking over to see if he is okay. Obviously, he's conscious, and he is speaking to the medical staff here, so the linesman and the referee are monitoring it as well.
And it does appear to be maybe that left shoulder.
So while we have a little bit of a break in the game action, Joel, we wanted to acknowledge as well this amazing weekend of hockey that we've got with also the Swarm, who've taken another set of points. They kind of split the weekend down in Dunedin.
Yeah, the Phoenix Thunder with a nice win on Friday night, but a revenge game last night for the Swarm.
Yes, so the Dunedin Thunder won their first game of the NZIHL season, 4-1, with I think 3 of their goals coming in that third period. And the Swarm flipping the script having an onslaught of goals. They put up a 7 spot up against the Phoenix Thunder, and Grace Harrison picking up another shutout.
A second shutout for the season for Grace. So hats off to her, and good to see Mason Kennedy on his feet here, skating to the locker room.
He's definitely laboring a little bit, so he's kind of in that solar plexus, but he's favoring that left arm quite considerably. Again, we hope he can get that attention that he needs to get back out there. So yeah, big shout out to all the fans, the Admirals and the New Zealand Ice Hockey League volunteers for making the game day experience here a one to remember. Because without their assistance and help, we don't have the experience that you get when you come to watch a live ice hockey game, and we do appreciate their efforts and their involvement.
As we do. Great work by all the team involved, and we're back in action here at the Brig. So this will be Taylor Kennedy. He'll play it to the near side towards Alex Regan. And again, trying to work their way through this soft forecheck, and Regan does it himself, sidestepping 2 defenders, and a shot right on, and Hasselman will hold on.
Quite a nice bit of skating and skill on display there by Regan. He just kind of saw an opportunity, looked up ice, he had his head up a whole way, decided, okay, well, they're not really attacking me. I'm going to just take it all the way through. Got a good heavy shot on, and again, Hasselman not showing a lot of rebounds, so he's controlling the puck really well when any shots from the Admirals are getting through.
And face-off won here by the Admirals, but Freer was able to disrupt and knock it out. Now Regan has it. Tries to throw it in, but Amston was able to stand in front of that. Now Amston's going on the chase the other way. Puck flies up into the air, but it's Henry who's able to retreat, but not able to get it out. McCog throws one towards the net, deflected by Freer, but just wide. Now Lockie Freer again. Battling for position with Chamberlain. Comes up to Amston. He'll just play it down low again. And that's Taylor Kennedy. Trying to find Chamberlain, but his pass has got a little too much mustard on it, and that will go the distance for an icing.
Too much saucy mustard, so that's going all the way down. So we'll see how the Admirals will actually have to adjust their defensive pairings now with Mason Kennedy going down. Looks like they've got Alex Regan out there playing with Mason's brother Taylor Kennedy. And we'll see who Justin Degg, who would normally be with one of those pair, lines up with as they make some adjustments.
So
necessarily.
Shot from Burns gets blocked. Plays it over towards Freer. And here's Carson Pratt. He'll bring it into the zone. He gets the stick knocked off him, and then Kemp with a shot that goes wide. And it's Burns again. He'll play it down low towards Skipper. That's in front of him. And Regan will have to backhand it up towards Henry. Henry looking cross ice, is able to get it through to Sestroni, and Sestroni will just pop it in the zone and go off for a change. Now Kemp on the near side. Tries to get it towards Burns, but that took a weird hop off the back wall. And Hurley instead has to play it. So Hurley trying to gain some speed, a little slingshot around the net. Tries to get through Hart and just pushes him out of the way, as there was a big collision of momentum there. And played up over the glass by Freer, and will get a whistle and a face-off at center ice.
Yeah, I don't think Andy Hart was kind of expecting to get run into, as he was the one stepping up a little bit to make a hit onto Hurley, but Hurley doing a bit of a reverse or just an offensive hit when you have possession of the puck. Instead of kind of absorbing the hit, he took the offense and decided to be the hitter instead of the hittee. As there have been an enormous amount of physical play here and body checks as we reach just to that almost 4 minutes of play in the second period.
There's a shot right on, and Chabo's able to see that one all the way and makes a glove save.
It looks to me like, Joel, the Stampede are now willing to take some shots from that outside point position to get a couple of bits of traffic in front of Chaba, because they know that he is a high save percentage goalie. Again, taking away his eyes and trying to get a deflection.
There's another one right on. Not sure Chaba saw that one as it sails wide. And then played on the near wall. That's McCog. Tried to leave it for Freer, but instead it's broken up by Hayward Jones and fly it out and all the way down, as Burns is the first one that has to make a move. Henderson trying to chase him around the net. And then a centering feed is deflected off a skate, but it's recovered by the Stampede. Now to the far side, that's McCog. He's able to control the pass. Tries to flip it on the near side as he avoids a hit from Vesper. And then both teams kind of chipping it back and forth to each other, trying to get some good puck possession. And then Ellis will try to dump it in, but instead flips it into his own bench. And we'll get a whistle and a face-off outside the zone.
Look, we had like a bit of a time differential there. The volunteer faithful that we have, and again, this is an amateur sport here, and we have non-professional people in positions where in other aspects in other countries might be professionally or paid in positions to do the clock and timekeeping. But we are back, and we are still playing on.
And away we go. That's Chamberlain for the Admirals. He'll leave it for Kennedy, who's got plenty of time now. Play it over towards Regan. Now back to Kennedy. Trying to crack this soft forecheck from the Stampede, and finally do make it out as Regan's able to skate it up once again, using those wheels to break it out of the zone himself.
Doing very well to kind of dictate the play from that defensive zone for the Admirals. Really helps their offense.
So Regan has it now. Finds Stroni. Stroni trying to get it up towards Chamberlain. And he takes a huge hit from Coyle into the wall, but he's quick to get up. And there's a shot that's right towards the net, but that's deflected in front. And then Chamberlain able to throw a hit, and Carson Pratt has his body fly around. And now played out towards the center, but knocked in only momentarily. As here come the Admirals the other way as Andy Hart absorbs a hit, and we have a delayed call here coming against the Admirals. So 6-on-5 momentarily.
Chava holds on. Bit of an unusual play there, Joel, as we had a lot of bodies kind of collide in that neutral ice area. Saw a stick kind of go flying, and the referee's indicating a slashing penalty.
So it'll be a slash on Andy Hart. He's questioning the call. But no matter, it will be another power play, third of the game for the Stampede. And although they didn't score on their second opportunity, they did get a goal shortly after. And we'll see what they can do with this one.
So this Stampede is lethal, and they can be very deadly. They have that great puck movement. They set up in a bit of an umbrella formation with Burns or Amston manning that top point, and the wingers holding control as Amston gets it here on a one-time shot.
Great block there by Regan, sacrificing the body to absorb a blast from Amston.
That looked like it hurt. He's favoring that left arm quite considerably.
And Burns has it. He'll play it up towards McCog. Trying to go a little back and forth action here. Nothing doing for the Stampede. It's Regan who gets it. Is able to clear it himself. So great shift so far from Regan. And he's going to get a much-deserved break here as he goes right to the bench.
Yeah, probably going to receive some attention there and get that, get a bit of ice maybe on that hard shot that he blocked.
So here's Lockie Freer with it. He'll play it to the near wall. Dagg is the first one there, and he's able to quickly send that one all the way down. With just coming up here on a minute of power play time remaining on that Andy Hart slash. So Amston with it. He gets around one defender, but Dagg is there. Rebound, and a shot goes off the pipe by Harrison. Now a one-timer is just missed by Burns. Big hit in the far corner as Dagg takes down his man. And now we're going to have a whistle as it looks like a Stampede player is down after that hit from Dagg.
Good clean hit there as Dagg just finishes the body and sends his man off the boards into the glass. Looks like it was Connor Harrison.
So Connor Harrison and Dagg have been exchanging hits throughout this game, but good to see Connor Harrison get up after that one, as that was a heavy one from Dagg.
Yeah, and Harrison's pleading his case here over to the referee, and no call has been made, but he definitely wanted to make sure that the referee knew how he was feeling after that. But emotions run high in this game, Joel, and Harrison did take a penalty late in that third period with a tripping call in yesterday's matchup. So we got to keep an even keel, so to speak. Got to really manage your emotions during a hockey game without getting past that line.
That
taking a penalty.
is very true. Harrison maybe trying to argue that hit was a fraction late, but no call. So still 5-on-4 for another 30 seconds here for the Stampede. And Carson Pratt, who played to the near wall. That's Van Sickle. Centering feed, looking back to get Carson Pratt. Couldn't quite make a play on it. And so that's Van Sickle on the near wall. He goes cross ice. And that's Roby. His centering feed is deflected nicely. And there's a shot right on it. A big one-time save by Chaba. And Hart's out of the box, so we have 5-on-5 hockey here. And he has some speed on that forecheck. Now to the far side, here comes Dagg with it. Puck is deflected off his stick. And now Hayward Jones. He loses control of it. It's picked up by McCog. Now to Harrison. But he's unable to control it. And now Hayward Jones from behind his own goal. Played up to Dagg. Dagg slips at center ice. He was looking to get some momentum into the zone. And instead, it's played up the near wall towards Freer, but that's just in front of him, so Dagg will get it. And he'll play it over towards Regan. So Regan, once again, decides to skate it up himself, but he's knocked off the puck by Harrison. And the Stampede will put it right back in the Admiral zone. So the soft 1-2-2 forecheck here allows Chamberlain to get it. He'll just throw it along the end wall, and Regan will be the first one there. And he'll try to chip it back behind the net towards some support. Instead, we have two Admirals that are knocked off the puck, and it's played out to center ice. And now Regan absorbs a hit there from True, but sends him down to the ice. And now it's Amston, a 3-on-2 if they hurry here for the Stampede. Over to Freer, puts it on in a glove save made by Chaba.
Chaba making it look relatively easy. That was a good offensive rush, odd man rush for the Stampede. Good shot by Freer going to that opposite side, hoping to get Chaba moving over to his other side. But read it well, gloved it down. Good back and forth action here, Joel.
The goaltenders have looked sharp on both ends. Just that one shot at the end of the first from Mitchell Freer that is the difference in this one so far. So that'll be Hurley to take the draw. He wins it for the Stampede. True puts one towards the net, and a skate save made there by Chaba. And it's played to McLeish, who's in his 18th season here for the Admirals.
He'd be one of the longest serving players in this league by far. Between him and probably Andrew Hay, they'd have the most games played in the history of this league.
So McLeish doing battle with Harrison. Puck still in the skates of Harrison, unable to kick it anywhere. And it's taken by Fraser Ellis. Ellis over to McLeish. McLeish tried to play that up and actually threw it right into Van Sickle, and on the second attempt is able to get it out. Now Harrison has it. He'll throw it to the near side. Van Sickle's the first one there, and he'll just throw it back behind the net.
Still kind of looking like he needs his skate sharpened. He's taking a few tumbles on the ice, trying to literally find his feet.
And he has it in his feet now, then takes a hit there. And it's over to the near wall as Steven got into him. Now Vesper with a hit, and it's up to Burns. Burns throws one in, and it just misses wide. Chaba might have got a piece of that with the blocker. And there's another shot right on, and Chaba in great position to that one will just absorb it into the breadbasket.
So Stampede throwing the puck on net. They've got 16 registered shots to the Admirals 10, so they are holding a slight advantage there, as well as a slight advantage on the scoreboard as we tick ever so closer, Joel, to that midway point of the game. 10 minutes, 14 seconds remaining in the second period.
So behind the net, this will be Regan. He'll play it over to Taylor Kennedy. Kennedy out towards Rooney. And now Mitchell Freer, the lone goal scorer for today's game thus far.
With a howitzer.
And is Regan with a nice play to regain control of the puck. Does a couple spinoramas. And plays it over to his defenseman mate, Kennedy. Over to Harrop, who was begging for that puck. And then up to Rooney. Rooney with a nice play to chip it up to himself. And now he's going towards the net. Shot right on, but Hasselman stands tall.
Hasselman again doing his job back there, keeping his team in this game. And yeah, I really don't know what else to say because he's just been only 11 shots on his net, but he has made them look pretty easy without giving up any rebounds. So great control.
Great control, great fundamentals, great positioning as well. And here's Kemp gets a shot, but that's blocked by Hayward Jones and sending it up over the glass, and we'll get a whistle and a face-off inside the zone.
Yeah, it could be a souvenir for a lucky fan if they go and try and pick that puck up. I know yesterday there was a couple pucks that went up and above the meshing, and some fans decided they were so kind they would give the puck back to the referees so they could continue playing with it. How kind.
That's that Kiwi kindness. So puck on the offensive attack here for the Stampede. There's Kemp, plays it up top. Shot is blocked, and here comes Sistroni the other way.
A 3-on-1.
Sistroni with some speed, tries to go back door, but a great play by Amston. Another centering feed there, but what else? It's Amston, and he's got the puck the other way. Just softly put that one right on towards Chaba, and he'll decide to hold on and get a whistle himself.
So a good break there with Sistroni having a good position on the defensive zone. Gets his shin pads in the shooting lane, blocks the shot, goes down 3-on-1. Normally a shooter, Sistroni elected to try and pass in that 3-on-1 situation and couldn't get it through cleanly. Possibly Ruing wanting to get that one back.
Here's a turnover. Van Sickle tried to get one on, but a good close there by Sam Moses to deflect that one over the glass. So we'll get another whistle.
So again, getting those sticks into that shooting lane, not preventing or not allowing a clean shot to get through.
This is actually game number 98 for Sam Moses, returning this year after an extended break. 98 games in the NZIHL.
Again, getting into some elite company. Not that many players are in that 100 club or even in the 150 or 200 club. So we thank you for your long service.
So here's Tyone. He'll play that up towards Moses. And it's taken out of the zone for Zach Steven, who just throws it back in. And that'll be Quigley. Tried to make a play on it, but Freer puts a shoulder into him. But he's quick to get up and forechecking again. Quigley making life difficult for Van Sickle in the near wall. And Freer comes to help out along with Henderson.
Admirals using the depth of their bench now, getting some time for their fourth line players.
And a good attack here. Quigley was able to kick it out with a skate, but no one there to help out, so Van Sickle will get it for the Stampede. He'll throw one right on towards Chaba. Rebound was right there. Come crashing into his Harrison. Then there's a shot, but that's blocked by McLeish. So an innocuous-looking shot from the blue line led to a little bit of turmoil right in front of Chaba.
Not done there.
So Burns, the defenseman, throwing his body around on the offensive attack. And it's played out where we have Freer on Freer action here. So that'll be Mitchell over to Lockie. Lockie trying to chip it up, but instead, that's Vesper who takes it off him. Center and feed was looking for Henderson, but it was behind him. And then Roby and Henderson collide as Vesper is able to put a shoulder into the action. And it pops out to Ellis. But that's a nice play there by McCog. And now McCog the other way with some room. McCog shoots, he scores! Blocker side, and just like that, it's a 2-goal lead.
Stampede reward for their relentless kind of forecheck, but also sustaining the defensive effort here as McCog gets it, breaks away, elects to shoot as Lockie breaks to the side of the net there, and he makes no mistake going to that blocker low side, avoiding Chaba getting onto it. So great placed shot there by McCog.
Max McCog, unassisted, definitely earned the efforts on that, making it happen himself.
Really emerging as one of the leaders on that Stampede, filling some of that offensive absence from the likes of Schneider and McRae.
And so the Admirals be looking at a 2-goal deficit now. Currently being outshot, getting some opportunities each way, but so far haven't been able to capitalize are the Admirals, as Ellis just had a shot blocked. Excuse me, that was Hayward Jones, the defenseman. And there's a centering feed, gets up to Dag. Dag puts one on, but that's blocked again by a sliding Skipper. Now Amston, he'll try to play it up. Is able to get it out, but Dag is there. And it's played into the zone, but only briefly as Carson Pratt absorbs a hit from Scott Henry. And now Amston, once again towards Carson Pratt. Looking for Skipper. That's knocked away by Hayward Jones. And it's played up to Chamberlain. True is able to get a stick on that, and it pops up into the bench, so we'll get another whistle and a face-off in center ice.
So some excellent action here in that last 2 minutes of play. Since the Stampede have gone ahead with that second goal, Admirals really have responded with putting pressure straight away on the Stampede. A lot of physicality, a lot of shots trying to get through, but not getting blocked. Keep watching.
So here we are with 5:45 remaining here in the second period. And it will be the Stampede from their own zone. Little room here for Freer to work. So he'll get across the red and dump it in. That's going all the way to the far wall. First one there is Harrison. Tried to make a move towards the net, but it's knocked off his stick. And finally played out. So a race to the puck here between Rooney, waving off the icing as Hasselman comes out to play it, and he'll steer it to safety over to Burns. Good
decision there by Hasselman. He noticed that Rooney was streaking down, possibly going to get that puck first, so playing it to his defender gets that puck possession back.
And then Harrison and Ellis collide. Two players familiar with each other intimately on that ice surface.
Yeah, they're getting their hands up as well in the face. Just a little bit of a face wash there by Harrison. Trying to goad possibly his opposite number into a penalty.
And that's Vesper who collects the pass. He'll bring it to the zone, but jiffed off sides as Henderson and McCog were tied up in the zone. So we'll get a whistle and a face-off outside the blue.
So a few stoppages here when we get onto that 5 minutes of play, but the Stampede here are having a 2-goal advantage over the Admirals. Admirals definitely looking to search and grab that, well, cutting the lead down at least in half, not going into the period break down by 2.
So Freer on the near wall, he'll just backhand it up for McCog. McCog trying to take a poke at it, but it's Dag with it. Instead, he'll throw his body right into him. And then played back into the zone. It'll be Hayward Jones back for it. He'll leave it for Dag. And Jack Roby chasing behind the net. Able to get his body into it and create some havoc here as he's going 1-on-2 behind the net. Finally gets some help from McCog. And McCog is able to secure it.
Admirals not able to get out of their own zone as Dago got severely pressured and they aren't able to get out of the zone.
So played up to Skipper. He'll just gently tap that one over to Coyle. Now to the near wall to Amston. He backhands it in. No ice here as Hayward Jones has it. A little bit stronger forecheck here as perhaps Stampede are mixing it up from that soft 1-2-2. Try to catch the Admirals off guard.
Now that they have the lead, they're starting to play a little bit of a different system on their forecheck. Again, adjustments within the game as the game changes with whatever the scoreline is.
So here comes Amston cutting towards the net, trying to find a seam, leaves it for Carson Pratt, shot and a save, rebounds loose and a goal! Just like that, it's 3-0 as Jaden Skipper slams it home.
Cleaning up the rebound as the Stampede relentless. As we see here on this instant replay, Amston drives to the middle, doesn't have a clean shot, puts it over, has a shot. The puck is up, and Skipper is there to out-muscle Hayward Jones, battle for that loose puck, and fire it into the net.
Yeah, that was a nice delivery right to Carson Pratt, who puts it on. Chaba unable to control it from his glove, pops up and loose, And Jaden Skipper with the nose for that puck makes no mistake.
So when your goalkeeper makes a good save, defenders got to see where that puck is and box out your attackers. Otherwise, they're going to be free. And like you saw right there, Skipper made no mistake.
There's a shot from Hurley that misses everything. Rebound is still loose. Almost creeped right into the skates at Chaba, and we could have had a fourth. So Stampede with some life.
And they are definitely back on the attack. Straight away here as Harrison has
centering feed, a shot. Oh, what a save by Chaba, forced to pull one out of a rabbit's hat here. My goodness.
And Van Sickle absolutely gets stonewalled. Great one time.
The other way. Played over to the far side. And the Admirals trying to apply some pressure. McLeish trying to go down low. Finally makes it towards Sestroni for the sharp angle shot, but Hasselman was having none of that. And then finally played up, and here come the Stampede. It's Van Sickle. He brings it into the zone. Centering feed here towards Harrison, but just in front of him. Now played over towards Burns. He was looking for Van Sickle in front. And then just throw towards the net and forcing Chaba to make a huge save as Regan with a deflection on his own goaltender. So absolute madness in the defensive zone here. As Taylor has it, and he just misses wide as the Admirals had a little opportunity.
Probably one of their best chances of this period.
Kennedy couldn't handle it at the blue, so it's over to Regan. Play it towards Moses. He'll just chip it in. And behind the net for Burns. Has to make a quick play over to Roby on the far wing. Kept in nicely by Kennedy at the line. He'll try to play it down low, but that bounces into the netting over the glass. So we will get a whistle outside the zone.
As the Admirals faithful here just try to really ramp up their side by giving a voice to the their team, the Admirals here. But 1 minute 31 left in period number 2, Joel. A 3-goal deficit that they are trying to overcome. But they are up against it at the moment.
So far, the Stampede have been able to capitalize whenever the opportunity arises, which has not been often for either side. So here's Amston. He'll play that one up towards Carson Pratt. Actually deflected right on, forcing Chaba to snatch that one out of the air as everything seems to be funneling his way.
Yeah, well, I guess if you're a Stampede fan, that's what you want. You want that puck going towards that end and that goal and not your own. And Hasselman relatively unbusy in this period, even though the scoreline is 3-0. It's 14 shots that he's faced. Admirals looking to possibly get a few more in.
The Stampede have taken that shot advantage to the next level here. Currently out shooting the West Auckland Admirals 24-14, so an extra 10 shots and an extra 3 goals. So played out to center ice here. It's Dagg. He'll collect behind his own net. And Kemp will sit there and wait for him. So played it to the side here towards Hayward Jones. He'll go up the wall. Gets it up to Vesper. It's just ahead of him, though, so Amston's forced to make a play on it. And now he's going center ice, but that's just a beaver slap of a paddle from Henderson. And now to the near side.
Is that what Beavers do? Okay, yeah, they use that back end. Do they have a little slap?
Little back slap. And as the second period closes down here, the Stampede are going to like where they sit as Amston and Jones collide. And here's an opportunity for Harrop, shot right on, forcing Hasselman to make a save as this period concludes. So after 2, the SkyCity Stampede add 2 to make it a 3-goal game.
Yes, indeed. So a couple of things there for the Admirals possibly to look at and work on. Some messages from their coaching staff, but Stampede in a good position at the moment. They've really made some big adjustments to go right ahead in scoring twice in that period. So 1 in the first, 2 in the second. Will they get 3 in the third? We shall see.
We will have to find out. Great goaltending there by Chaba to keep it at just 3, having to make some great one-time saves in front. And, of course, the Admirals are going to have to try to figure something out at the other end, as Hasselman has been sharp. So stay tuned, folks, because we have a lot more action coming at you here from the Brig. Welcome back to the Brig here in Avondale to see the West Auckland Admirals taking on the SkyCity Stampede. And after last night's victory by the Admirals, it's a bit of a flipped script here as the Stampede are up 3-0 coming into the third.
Admirals definitely going to have to get on that front foot real quick and early in this third if they want to have any chance at clawing back a victory in this game. So the Cameron Freer and his lads are very well coached and making some great in-game adjustments to have a 3-0 lead.
They churn things up there in the second, dishing out a heap of shots, more than 15, sending Chaba's way, unable to stop two of them to give themselves that 3-goal cushion.
A lot of adjustments, not just in the shooting aspect, but in the forecheck and also in the hitting department. So Admirals got a lot to adjust to if they want to tilt that ice back in their favor.
So what do they got to do here in the third to get back into this?
Well, they got to get on them early, real quick. They got to score early and just get pucks. Take away Hasselman's eyes like he's too comfortable back there. Make it hard and difficult for him in any way possible. If that means getting involved, getting in front, making him out of his position. He's just too strong, too in control. Get him out of his flow. Whatever that takes, they got to do it.
So let's see if the Admirals can use this fresh ice to their advantage as they have 3 goals that they need to tally back. And it will start with an icing here from the Stampede. So early face-off into the offensive zone for the Admirals.
So once again, if you are just tuning in to this live YouTube broadcast, wherever you are in the world, Ian Wanamaker, I'm alongside Joel Rindelob, the man, the myth, the legend. If you have any questions for us, feel free to enter those into the chat, and through this broadcast, we will do our best to get to them.
So here's an opportunity for the Stampede. 3-on-1 shot and a big save by Chaba. Rebounds loose, and it's kicked up, but not out as Chaba again has to steer away a shot, and it's Harrison on the far side. So Dag will be the one to collect the puck as Hayward Jones went face first into the net and played up towards Vesper. He's able to collect it, but knocked off his stick towards Van Sickle. Now Harrison puts a shot and a huge save by Chaba as he did a nice job coming out to cut off the angle on that shot.
Harrison testing him once again.
Nice play there by Chaba to use the stick to play it up to Taylor Kennedy. Mason Kennedy looked to be out of this game with a shoulder injury. We hope he heals up soon.
Yeah, he hasn't returned to the ice, so I'm exactly right.
So Kennedy has it now. He'll go far side towards Chamberlain, but that's in front of him, so True will have to go back and collect. He'll slide that one past the Admirals and out of the zone towards Roby, but Regan gets a stick on it and played back into the Stampede zone. Lockie Freer, he'll just chip it up, but once again Regan's there. Tries to move around him, but True steps up, and it will glide gently back into the Admiral zone where Steven plays it up the wall towards Regan.
So it's good puck control there to take on 2 Stampede players and get momentarily out of harm's way.
Now to center ice here. That's Chamberlain with the puck. McCog on his trail, and it makes its way to Hart. Hart absorbs a hit from Skipper, but still fighting for control. Now here's Rooney. Rooney gets shoved straight into the wall there by True, and then True's able to clear it to the far side.
Once again, the referee really letting both teams play here. Quite an open, physical contest.
Long stretch pass there looking for Freer, and we have an icing that was called. Freer is a little bit confused on that as he was the first man down to chase. But instead, it looks like we will have a face-off to the left of goaltender Hasselman.
I'm not sure about you, Joel, or anybody watching, but it does seem, and there's a bit of a playoff feel to this game. Like the intensity is certainly very high. It's a lot quicker than some of the other games that I've witnessed so far this year.
But so far, all goals have been in Stampede's favor as this puck slides into that netting right up the wall. So we will get a face-off, and this will be out of the zone as it last touched an Admirals player.
So not even 2.5 minutes into this third period, Admirals still, to me, really haven't found that foot on the pedal for the offensive threat, as they do have a lot of weapons, but the Stampede weathering that storm and doing well to keep the Admirals at bay. Not really letting them dock in or moor up.
Well, you got that right. There's a shot right on, and that's collected by the back anchor himself, Chaba.
Yep, tall ship to sail here. They got to really step things up, chart through those waters, but at the moment, Stampede are leading the way, demonstrating why they are deservedly at the top of the table in New Zealand Ice Hockey League.
So here's Henderson with it for the Admirals. He'll play it across towards Dagg. Dagg looking for an outlet. Instead finds the stick of Van Sickle, and he'll throw it to the near wall. Henderson again to chase. He'll just throw it around the boards. Tried to play up towards Vesper, but that's in front of him. And now a race for the puck as Vesper and Freer were going at it. Freer won that, but it's played right back towards him. So Freer stops behind his own net. He'll leave it towards Burns, and it's up the wall towards Harrison. Harrison able to avoid Vesper. And now played to Carson Pratt. He was looking center ice, but instead it hits the stick of Ellis. And now on the wall towards Henderson. He tries to get that one towards Freer. And now played over to Carson Pratt. Carson Pratt from his sharp angle shot. Rebound and a save by Chaba as he held his position. And then a big collision as Regan broke that one up, but it might have got a bit of a follow-through in the face. And now play to the far side. That's Freer who's able to collect. He'll leave it for Roby. Now Roby tries to get around Chamberlain, but he wasn't having much of it. And the puck's played back to Kennedy. He's up the wall towards Sistroni, and it's all the way down into the Admirals zone for Amston to chase. Amston on the far wall. And it comes back out to center ice for Regan. Tries to play it towards Sistroni, but that bounces behind him. And Amston once again looking for an outlet pass. He'll play it back towards the Burns. And then Burns will just throw it up to center ice. So both teams trying to get something going here, and finally the Admirals will throw it into the zone for Sistroni to chase. Getting a half line change here with the Admirals, so once again it pops back out to center ice. And McLeish finds a long pass to Harrop. Harrop is trying to find Hart, still throwing one near, but that deflects off a defender. And then Hart collides in the near corner. And it's up to center. A diving Chamberlain unable to get, and Roby leaves it for Freer. Freer with an opportunity there, and it can't quite get through.
Okay, it took a weird deflection there, almost went right into the net, but Admirals do well to avoid another one.
So Admirals trying to get something going here, but instead it seems to be the Stampede are a bit opportunistic. And here's a turnover again at center ice. And Van Sickle trying to make something happen. And it's played to Harrison. Harrison, backhander there, is broken up by McLeish. Puck still free. And then played up to the near side. It's Amston who collects it. He'll try to keep it in, but Moses has it. And finally makes it out to center ice. Now Coyle. He'll just throw it to the near side to relieve some pressure. And Van Sickle's able to pick it up. Centering feed there for Harrison, but he just fanned on the one-timer. And it's Dagg who has it. He'll leave that for Hayward Jones. And a turnover here as Van Sickle steps in front of that pass.
Admirals really looking like they're struggling here, almost rudderless. They're not really directing things as per usual.
So they'll have to set the sail straight here as the puck's behind the zone. And it finally pops out to center ice and played all the way down. No icing as that actually rolls its way on net as the Admirals desperately needed a change.
Long period of play here too, Joel, without any whistle. Well, which could have one here if he covers up, which he does.
And there it is.
Yeah.
Speak it and it will come.
Exactly. So one of the questions here on that live stream, are the Bailey's hot chocolates good at the stadium? Someone's considering coming down to the Brig. Well, I can certainly say that any type of beverage served out of a facility in West Auckland will have a potent alcoholic content, so you will not be disappointed if that is your thing and that is what you are into for your taste buds. But best thing to do is come down and try it for yourself.
There's a shot right on. Puck still loose. Hayward Jones puts it on, but a skate save there by Hasselman. And another attempt as the Stampede here are floundering a bit in their own zone before they're finally able to bring it out to center ice. And now Ellis, he'll throw one down. Hasselman will play it himself and ring it around the wall, but Henderson's there. And he'll play it up towards Hayward Jones. Jones was looking for Ellis behind him, and now thrown towards the net, and that one just squeaks past as Vesper was doing a drive-by. Centering feed here for Ellis. He shoots, he scores! Fraser Ellis gets the Admirals on the board, and it's 3-1 Stampede.
Well, that's just what the quartermaster ordered as Henderson gets the puck in the corner, makes a centering pass here, deflects off a skate right to Ellis, makes no mistake, and fires it in, breaking that shutout for Hasselman. And the Admirals coming back to life, which is what they need with 12 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the third period.
So there we have it, cutting the lead to 2, and that's just what the Admirals needed. And we have a little bit of life here and the Brig. And now here comes Castroni the other way. He puts a shot right on, forcing Hasselman to make a nice shoulder save, and once again, he holds on.
Yeah, good shot, good play, but once again, if you are a Admiral, you kind of want to shoot to that far side, hoping for a rebound, as Hasselman is very good rebound control.
So here's Kennedy. He puts a one-timer right on, but that's steered away nicely by Hasselman as he had the stick angle, putting that one to the far corner. Now, once again, puck's behind the net. Scott Henry's centering feed was looking for Chamberlain. That was behind him, and finally, Stampede will just have to clear all the way down for the icing.
So Admirals getting a little bit back. They have that wind in their sails, back on track. Riding a wave of momentum as they are back in an offensive faceoff here. Stampede feeling that pressure, icing it down.
So it'll be Harrop and Hurley on the draw. There's a shot. It's just steered away again by Hasselman, who got a bit of a blocker on it. And now up to the line and not out. And finally, Zach Steven will get it. Play that over to McLeish, and he'll just throw it back in. And once again, the Admirals will go to chase. So that's Amston. He has it on the near wall. Now over to Harrison. Harrison across the red, and he'll just dump it into the zone himself. McLeish has it now. He's looking up ice towards Rooney. And Rooney with a little seam gets it up to Harrop, and Harrop will chip it in. Andy Hart's the first one there. Tries to catch Hasselman off guard, and then Harrop is actually cross-checked directly into the goalie, but no call, and we continue. So played behind the net, that's Freer with it. And then played up to center ice, but Tyone is there. Now back up towards Moses. That bounces off his stick, and now Skipper has it. And he'll just throw that one in. And now the Stampede to chase. Hayward Jones losing it in his skates momentarily, but able to recover and get it to Dagg. And now Dagg will skate himself. Trying to go cross ice, did not have a man there, a bit of a miscommunication, and it's played into the zone. So Freer has it for the Stampede, plays it to his brother Lockie, and makes its way back to Mitchell. And then chipped at there by Dagg to keep it out of the zone. And Fraser Ellis trying to do something with it, but instead it's McCock. He's looking for Lockie Freer, and now Lockie Freer with a seam backhander, but Chaba with a blocker says no. Now puck scooped up by Ellis, and he'll give that one to Hayward Jones. Hayward Jones with the wrister right on, and that one's held on to tightly by the goaltender Hasselman.
Again, Hasselman holding things on, and that's a good sign as the Admirals are putting a little bit of pressure there, but a bit of back and forth.
Back and forth, and Hasselman shut that one down. Again, great position Only goal they were able to get on him was when they got him moving.
That is true, and we've just gone past the halfway point of this third period frame, Joel, so 9:35 is the time remaining in this contest. Unless the Admirals score 2 to tie it up and force some of that extra time.
Well, Admirals win the draw. There's a shot. Gets through, but misses the net. They have shown a little bit more life, as you mentioned earlier, trying to get the momentum back in their advantage here as Van Sickle centering feed there, looking for Hurley, but that was slapped off his stick. Now to the far wall, that's Regan doing battle with Harrison. And it finally squirts out of the zone. That's Coyle. Tries to get it in. Instead, a pass directly to Harrison from Regan. And now Harrison has it. He puts one towards it. A big blocker save by Chaba, who was just able to get a piece on that one.
Great positional save there by Chaba. Read it well.
And now here's Henry. Jumps on a loose puck, trying to go coast to coast. Avoids a hit, but was unable to control the puck with him. But doing some work, and now throws it back into the zone. That was played up the wall all the way down, and that will be an icing. As a little bit of hurry-scurry in the defensive zone there for the Stampede forces that icing all the way down.
So perhaps a bit of a kink in the Stampede armor there, like noticing maybe a bit of sign of wear. A bit of miscommunication perhaps between the two D pairings, like getting that puck rifled all the way around. Not needing to do that necessarily, but get a face-off and we reset.
So puck all the way down, no icing this time, as McLeish is the first one there. Over to Sestroni, he leaves it for Chamberlain, and now Chamberlain brings it into the zone. He'll just throw it towards the net. Hasselman calmly steers that aside, and it's played up to McLeish. McLeish again throws it towards the net. Still loose now, and then finally back to McLeish. McLeish with a shot and a big save as Sestroni was sitting back door, but Hasselman snuffed it out. Now played up to center ice as Steven was able to play that back into the zone. Now played up towards Skipper, but that actually went off a stick that someone had lost.
It was an errant Admirals player's stick. I believe it's Sestroni, that stick that snapped somewhere. And the puck did deflect off of that stick, so their icing was temporarily waved off by the close linesman, but the far end linesman said, no, an errant stick will just carry on play. That icing comes back down to Stampede territory.
So once again played out by the Stampede so they can get that complete line change with Roby on the ice here, applying some pressure. So Roby chases Dag behind the net, so he's got a free lane to take it up the ice himself. But his pass just goes off the stick of Hayward Jones. Admirals able to recover and throw it in. A lot of dump and chase here for the Admirals.
Definitely doing some dump and chase, but they're noticing that the three lines Stampede might be fatiguing a little bit as they are icing the puck a considerable amount in the last few minutes.
The second game of a back-to-back doubleheader here this weekend may see a little extra tired legs with only three lines working for the Stampede.
But again, the coaching adjustments and the in-game adjustments that they have made to retool their lines have really proved successful so far. So Cameron Freer and his troops have got a system working for them at the moment. And Admirals, they really got to put the foot down here and go on the attack. But often with high risk, high reward, if they take too much risk, then they can get punished on a counterattack going the other way.
Down 2 goals with just 6.5 to play. Gotta have to take your chances when you can get them if you're the Admirals. So Stampede from their own end, played up towards McCog with a nice effort and a goal this evening for the Stampede, the difference maker so far. And now Regan, smooth skating defenseman, brings it into the zone. Able to apply the brakes, then throw one towards the net. Unable to get much on it. Now Taillon again tries to get one through, but unable to do so. fourth line here, applying some pressure for the Admirals and able to keep some fresh legs here, as now the top line for West Auckland is out there.
And Stampede doing a real good job of keeping that puck possession and then gaining the red line and dumping it in, chewing valuable seconds off of that clock, making it extra tough on the Admirals.
Here's a feed for Ellis. Ellis raced to the puck, but able to make a play was Hasselman, extending that long stick and saving a potential opportunity.
As Ellis was away in behind mostly everyone, and he is dangerous and has the tools to score.
Ellis, of course, scoring the lone goal so far for the Admirals as he finds Dagg into the zone. Dagg with a little toe drag and shot, but that's blocked. And then finally played all the way down, and this should be another icing as the puck just slowly crosses the end line.
So we are on last 5 minutes and 5 seconds. Admirals have upped their shot take by up to 27. Still ahead slightly of the Stampede, listed as 32 shots on goal. So we'll see how this 5 minutes goes, if the Admirals are going to elect to have a timeout any point in time, if they are going to pull the goaltender with 2 goals deficit.
So once again, the Stampede just clearing the zone whenever they get the opportunity, trying to chew some valuable seconds off the clock with under 5 minutes here to play in the third. So that's Freer have it. Chamberlain pokes it off his stick, but only momentarily. And once again, the Stampede just throw it and clear the zone and relieve some of that pressure. Play to Lockie Freer, and he'll chip it in.
Again, Stampede happy to just throw the puck into the Admiral zone, forcing them to make a play with this 1-2-2 forecheck that they've got set up, forcing the Admirals to skate up the ice.
Been effective thus far, that is for sure, as the Admirals here trying to get possession of the puck. And then finally do it center ice. It's Taylor Kennedy. Brings it in the zone, and will play it up towards Cistroni. And it looks like we are going to get a penalty here, the first one of the evening on the Stampede, as a little extra stick work as Kennedy was bringing that puck into the zone. So it will be a hooking call on Jack Roby, and a 2-minute advantage here for the Admirals.
Roby robbing someone of a potential scoring opportunity there, so he will go to the box for 2 or less here, as 4 minutes, 7 seconds in this third period. Admirals looking to strike here on their power play.
This is definitely the opportunity they were looking for, as Dagg has it now. He'll run the top of this umbrella unit, and he'll throw one towards. That actually was deflected by Vesper, but instead of putting it downward, he put it upward over the net.
In this case, you want things to go downward if the puck was shot at crossbar height. Sometimes going upward can be beneficial.
So the right idea, but the execution just off by a matter of centimeters, and we'll get that face-off outside the zone as it did deflect off Vesper's stick. So face-off played to Henderson, and it's Dagg who has it. He'll get around Carson Pratt, bring it into the zone himself, and then he'll just hold up and set up the power play unit. Vesper takes a tumble. He'll get up instead. Now Harrison throws one right on, but gloved straight out of the air as Hasselman saw that all the way.
Henderson, a pretty lethal shooter. He elects to shoot that puck, but there's no traffic in front. Hasselman cuts down that angle as well and has less net that Henderson can shoot at, using that large frame and easily gloving that shot.
Henderson trying to be a hero, but Hasselman was not having any of it. So Henderson again, he'll try to play it up top, does get it to Dagg. Now to the far side, it'll be Hayward Jones. Now to Dagg again. Dagg looking for a seam. Henderson back to Dagg. Dagg throws one through, but that's deflected off a skate. And now back up to Dagg. Now Henderson. Henderson moves one in, was trying to go back door, could not quite connect. And now back to Henderson. Henderson throws one, but that goes off the shin pad of True. And again, now here's Dagg. Dagg fakes a shot. Got McCog to go to a knee and trying to get around him. Now puts one through, and that one deflects wide again. Trying to do a lot of work here through Dagg at the top of the point, but unable to get on net. Now another shot, but that's blocked by McCog. Admirals struggling to get one towards the goal. And now Admirals again, as Henderson has his shot blocked by True. How many blocked shots on this penalty kill have we seen by the Stampede?
keeping him at bay on the outside. Hellas tries it through, doesn't get through. Lockie with another block.
And another block shot. Now Daigle. Over to Henderson, gets it through. There's a shot and a save made by Hasselman. Rebound aptly cleared away by the Stampede defense.
Admirals still remaining pretty patient here. They have good control of the puck on this power play. Now
There's
they go
Ellis.
cross ice.
Ellis was looking for Vesper in the slot. Some good puck movement finally here. And now Hayward Jones, there's a shot, but again blocked by Amston. And that's out of the zone, and the penalty has been killed as Roby's out of the box.
And that electrified the Stampede bench. All their players up, giving Amston a big cheer. Those block shots, crucial.
And Roby goes down again, and he petitions to the ref, and we will get a penalty and an interference call against the Admirals with just a minute 46 remaining as Jag is going to go to the bin.
Real tough one to swallow there for the Admirals. As Dago's got a really good hit. He's very strong with his upper body strength. He just kind of pushed the Stampede player over, but in a point where he didn't quite have the puck. So I know he's been guilty of it in the past against it. He's had them happen to him, and now he's on the other end with a penalty against the last minute, 50 seconds of the game, down by 2.
So the Admirals have their work cut out for them. That is quite the swing going on the power play from a great conversion. We have a whistle here as Regan gets sandwiched into the wall by Lockie Freer, and he's slow to get up.
So a little bit of a liberty there perhaps, or just another message being sent by Stampede saying, hey, we're not going anywhere here. We are in to win this. In more ways than one.
Taylor Kennedy trying to plead his case with the referee. Nothing doing. There's a shot right on, but again, Schaub is there to make a save. Played over to far side. That's Amston with the puck.
Stampede with a power play can just work that puck around and take time off the clock here if they so feel fit.
And they are definitely a little casual here playing the puck. Just happy to burn the remaining seconds of this one off. Playing a bit of keep away here in the Admiral zone. So while they're doing that, just a reminder, we also have the National Women's Ice Hockey League this year. And the Auckland Steel winning a big 7-5 victory over the Dunedin Thunder women.
A couple of hat tricks in that game too, Joel.
And there's a shot saved by Chaba. Looking for McCog backdoor. That's off his skate. As Hayward Jones pushes him down and cleared out. So make sure to tune into National Women's Ice Hockey League. Couple hat tricks from the Auckland Steel with Anjali Mulari and Jasmine Horner-Pascoe with 3 apiece on that comeback victory for the Auckland Steel to finish off the Thunder women 7-5.
Some amazing talent there. Those 2 women in particular are awesome representations of how good women's hockey is here in this country.
So Amston trying to finish the rest of this one off.
Stampede looking for one more here just as the time hammers down.
Amston puts that one on, and that will do it. The Stampede recover nicely after last night to take home this one 3-1 and stay firmly atop the table here in the NZIHL.
So exciting hockey action that we have seen here tonight, Joel. A 3-1 scoreline, both very closely fought games. 2-1 last night and a 3-1 game tonight. That just goes to show that the next times these teams meet will be games you do not want to miss.
The Admirals, with a little bit of pep in their step in the third there, tried to crawl it back, were able to get one, evened up the shots as we finished at 34-30, but once again, the goaltending on both ends superb, and Hasselman shut the door when he had to.
Exactly. So players line up here for their congratulatory or just the respect and gamesmanship handshakes, with the Admirals saluting their fans, and be real keen to see how these 2 teams shape up when they play down in Queenstown with this hard-fought series up here in Auckland. you can imagine it'll be just the same down in Queenstown.
A lot to look forward here. A lot of NZIHL action still on the plate in front of us. Make sure you check out all the action here with live streaming on the NZIHL YouTube page, where you can see the top talent here in New Zealand going at it. And make sure you tune in to see the conclusion of this regular season. We have plenty of games left to come right at you.
So on behalf of Joel Rindelab and myself, Ian Wanamaker, we'd like to thank you for tuning in to this live stream broadcast. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone, and stay safe. Ka kite ano.